Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favourite stars of reggae and dancehall music and Jamaican popular culture. I am Shaun Cain. In this edition of the show, we'll speak with an international reggae artist who started his musical journey in the French-Canadian province of Quebec. Let's take a look.
No, we're not nice like Jamaica. No, we're not nice like Jamaica.
Born Alexandre Corbeil in Montreal, Canada, Jah Lex started his musical journey in the French-speaking province of Quebec. He got his first taste of reggae music at his grandmother's home when he happened upon some vinyl records that one of his relatives had brought back from a trip to Jamaica. He told the Stargazing with Shaun Cain show that there were records by Burning Spear and Derrick Harriott among other veteran singers.
Even if me get a call and go for me visa and then give me green card, me nah run left ya. Now me have to look the food and come back.
After he started playing the records, he felt a very strong spiritual connection to the music and its powerful messages of peace, love and unity. Following that experience, he began dreaming about visiting the island. During this time, he had started to discover that his own values and spiritual beliefs were similar to the Rastafarian teachings. He eventually got the opportunity to visit the island with some of his friends from Montreal. He instantly fell in love with the country and its culture. The dreadlocked singer has since established a recording studio and is currently building a house in Jamaica. The Jah Loving artiste has set down powerful roots on the island, having found himself a Jamaican partner who bore him a son. Jah Lex is proud to have adopted the Caribbean island as his second home. He travels the world, performing reggae music and sharing love on different continents from Africa to Europe and North America. His musical works include Strong, Jah Loving, Nice Like Jamaica featuring Clever Roots, Reggae Never Lies, and recently released Farmer Man, which was produced by Linville Thompson.
Planted everywhere, been out the highest region. Farmer Man, never let no one tell you that you're doing wrong.
Planted on the hills in Jamaica, in the valley in Canada. No me no hurt no one.
Welcome back. Jah Lex, wagwan sir.
Greetings, blessed love, brother.
Nice to have you on the show, but it's really a pleasure talking to you. Now, Jah Lex, you are a Rastafarian. Did you grow up as a Rastafarian?
Well, you're born Rasta is not something that I choose to be. I was born Rasta. All my life, everything that has happened to me has proven me that, this is my path, so yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit about your upbringing. I just want to see how the Rastafarian aspect came into being in your life.
Well, at first, I stopped go barbershop. The last time I went to barbershop, I was maybe 10 or 11 years old, So by the age of 15, my hair turned into locks. And I just let them be, because this is how they grow. And also around that time, I told my parents that I don't want to eat no more meat, no more chicken, But I didn't know at the time that this was also part of Rastafari journey, It was just something I felt inside of me, So I always been following my path, and the more I go, the more everything grow.
I like the sound of that. So how did they respond to you? Did they find it really strange that their son was slowly doing all these different things from what they've always done as a family?
Yeah, that was like a first for everyone in the family, So at first everyone was wondering what is wrong with me, But then, with time, they saw all the good things that I've done, all the works that I've manifest. So after a while, they get to understand that I was just different, Yeah.
So what kept you going though during all that time when everybody was wondering what's wrong with my son? Mom was saying, "What's wrong with my son?" You know, other families would say, "What's wrong with Jah Lex?"
Yeah, you know, the scripture says that when your parents forsake you and put you aside, that's when the Lord finds you. That's when, you know, the Creator finds you. So maybe that's what happened, you know.
All right, so you're saying that the Rastafarian, all of those, the thinking, all of that was in you. What specially did you feel that you knew that, yes, this is where I want to go with my life?
It's something you cannot even really explain it with words, you know. It's like if you go somewhere and you see the light, this is where you have to go, you know. It's one way, you know, but everyone has his own journey, everyone has his own, you know, path, you know, that is personal to him. So, you know, when you find that path, you will know.
You spent some time in Jamaica, probably longer than just a holiday. What caused you to do? Why did you visit Jamaica?
Well, the first time I came to visit, because of course I love reggae music, you know, I was attracted to the place, and I spent more time that I was supposed to spend in the island, you know, but it was wonderful. And of course I met a lot of people. I met my baby mother, you know, so a son was born also, so I had to go back there. So I moved to Jamaica, you know, in around those years, 2004, 2005. And you know, the reggae music just the reggae music part just came in at the same time also, you know. So yeah.
When you compare Canada, Quebec with Jamaica, how does life differ? Because you seem to like Jamaica a little bit more than you seem to want to stay in Canada. So how was it so different in Jamaica? What made it so different?
Well, you know, Jamaica is a beautiful place. In Canada now, you know, we have a thing called winter. And, you know, as a Rasta, we eat a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables. So in the winter, if you're a Rasta in Canada, you will suffer. But in Jamaica now, you can get some nice food everywhere all the time. So it's a good vibes. You know, the people, they are friendly, they're lovely. You know, of course, there's sometimes some little trouble on the island and there's some stress also. But compared to the stress in Canada, I would rather take the stress in Jamaica.
I like that. Well, quite a few of us, we've kind of left Jamaica. We've gone to set down, you know, in other countries. But you're looking to stay in Jamaica, which, you know, that's not bad. You know, we haven't turned our backs on our country, but we just thought sometimes we would go and search for other opportunities elsewhere. It's not bad. Now, I can see that you have set down roots in Jamaica. You've built a studio there. I know you're building a house there. You've got your son there. And God knows what else you might have going on there. Why have you decided on doing those things? Why have you committed yourself to Jamaica so much?
For me, you know, I just go every day. You know, I wake up and I see what I can do to make my life better. You know, so it's just natural. You know, you're in Jamaica. If you have a place to stay, if you have a little business there, you're good. You know, and of course, reggae music. That's where everything is happening. You know, even for me to stay in Canada, I will be suffering. You know, so because there's not a lot of opportunity for reggae artists in Canada all through the year for recording, for stage show. You know, but when you're in Jamaica, you're at the right place. Yeah, so it's even better for me.
I like the sound of that. You made reference quite a few times to reggae music. I'm very curious to find out, when did you first hear about reggae music, or when were you first exposed to reggae music?
Well, you know, I found a pile of records of vinyls when I was very young in my grandmother's place. And I started to listen to them, you know, some Charlie Chaplin, some Burning Spear, Black Guru, and I just fall in love with the music, with the vibes, you know, so I keep on playing them over and over again, you know. At the time, I was like, my friend didn't know much about those artists, but, you know, for me, I just love that.
It was quite interesting there that you stumbled upon those records. So whose were they? Were they your grandmother's or...?
No, they belong to my auntie. You know, my auntie used to travel and spend like 6 months for the year in Jamaica, And of course, she loved reggae music also, so she bring back some of those records, and probably they got lost. I found them, so I was the lucky one.
Well, I can tell you that you definitely were. But what's interesting in that experience is the language. I would imagine there would have been a barrier there, considering that you are a Frenchman, or probably French/English, and then you've got reggae, which is generally done in Jamaican patois. How did you manage to translate all of that into French to understand it?
Of course, I not knowing English, I cannot tell you I understand the words that they were saying. But music is a thing, because music is a language by itself. You know, with music you can express every type of feelings. You know, you can express so much thing with music. So when you listen to music, sometimes even if you don't know the language, the music can attract to you because the music itself speaks. You know, yeah. So reggae music speaks for itself.
Very good there. You see, you're a man of depth, and I like that. You are an established international reggae artist. Of all the genres that you could have selected, you've chosen reggae. What influenced that decision?
Yeah, because reggae music carries the message, you know. Reggae music is a positive music, bringing, you know, hope to people, you know. And, you know, it's just a positive upliftment, you know. We deal with upliftment of the people, so reggae music does it.
I like the sound of that. Now, reggae and dancehall seem to be putting out all sorts of messages in the public domain. You've got love, unity, peace. There's also the opposite of all of those. Now, your music is always positive, though. How do you manage to stay in your lane, in that positive lane, and keeping your positive messages going forward?
Well, you know, it's part of my duty also, you know, because as you said, there's a lot of things that has been expressed in dancehall music, you know, slackness and, you know, violence. And the artists have to remember that we're example for the youth, you know. The youths are looking up to us, so it's for us to lead them in the right direction, you know. Sometimes you will do a song and you don't think of the repercussion of that song, because people will listen, maybe somebody will hear it in a different way and you don't know. So it's very important. I always stay positive, you know, to give a good message, you know, share positiveness to the people, because, you know, as much as some other artists will do song about violence, then I must do more song about love and unity, you know, yeah, to counteract this.
Talk me through a few of your songs then. Let's see the kind of unity and peace and the message in your songs. Just name a few of your songs and just tell me quickly what they're about.
I have songs like Highest Mountain, you know. Highest Mountain is a song of prayer, you know, upon a mountain top, you know, gathering with your brethren and sisters, you know. Zion Land, you know, same type of song. Haile Selassie I, you know, dedicated to the Most High, King Selassie I the First, you know. Yeah, a lot of songs like this. Jamaica is a song that talk about also reality in Jamaica, you know, because of course there's violence there, you know, but you know, we show that, but we also show how much Jamaica is a beautiful place, and there's, you know, beautiful people there and blessed people there, and people that, you know, wants to do something good in the community, in the world. So yeah, all those things. More recent songs, you know, I have songs like Jah Loving, yeah. Farmer Man, talk about farming, you know, because, you know, the farmers are really important in this world because they provide the food for us, you know. Yeah, organic food from the farm, you know. Nothing better than that. Yeah.
No, that's true, but very rarely that the farmer gets a look in, because I think there might be more urgent things or attractive things to get the artist's attention than to talk about the farmer. What got you so interested in talking about the farmer? Do you get involved in any farming while you're in Jamaica?
Yes, I did farming, you know. I love farming. Farming is like my hobby, you know. If I'm not singing, you know, I'll be looking around the yard and planting some fruits and some vegetables, you know. So even the singing came from farming, because I was in Jamaica farming in the hills with my friend, and every day we just like build some lyrics, build the vibes, you know, and sing. And my friend, they were telling me after a while I should go to the studio. So that's when at one point I left from the farm and went to the studio and started do some recording, you know. I knew music already. I did music all my life, but the farming bring me into the singing.
Fruits and vegetables and herbs and all spices and all those things. Eh?
Yeah.
Farmer man, plant up the ganja, plant it everywhere in the highest region. Farmer man, never let no one tell you that you're doing wrong. Farmer man, plant up the ganja, plant it everywhere in the highest region. Farmer man, never let no one tell you that you're doing wrong.
Jah Lex a spiritual man, traveling on the land.
I like the sound of that. But you are very deeply rooted into reggae music, because it got to the extent where you actually started the Reggae Bash in Quebec, which is a very big move to kind of introduce reggae to the people of Quebec in a big way. What happened to the Reggae Bash there in Quebec?
Yes, we keep Reggae Bash Festival for 13 years, you know. I think from 2006 till 2018, you know. And it was some wonderful years, you know. But what happened is, in Canada there's so much law, regulation, that after a point, for me to continue, I would have to put this festival and make it fit in one box, which I never wanted to do, you know. Reggae Bash is a festival, we never have no main sponsors, never get no financial support from, you know, big businesses and governmental programs. So yeah, after one point I went on tour, show got had up, so my personal career took over also at one point. So I just give it a little break, but there's a lot of requests from the fans, you know, a lot of requests. They want the Reggae Bash to happen again, so let's see what happened, you know.
You're just playing it by ear. Whatever happens, then you know you're prepared to. If the opportunity comes up again, then you're prepared to get involved.
Yeah, we're ready. The fans are ready, you know. It's just to have the right location, you know, where we can do reggae music for the weekend, that people can camp out, you know, swim, feel free, light a fire, cook food on the fire, you know, and play music, reggae music all night, which is not an easy thing to do in Canada.
I can just imagine from what you've just described. But you also have exposed a lot of Jamaican artists to the Canadian scenes through your Reggae Bash in Quebec. Now, this is your chance to kind of tell us a little bit more about some of those artists that you actually gave that exposure to. Who are they?
Hey, I brought a lot of artists. I brought hundreds of artists to Canada, you know, years after years. Some known artists, like I'm the first one who brought Chizidek to Canada. But I also brought like Warrior King, Luciano, Lutan Fire, Michael Fabulous, you know. A lot of artists, very, and you know, some new and upcoming artists also. I'm the one who brought them to Canada, and now I see them. Sometimes they have show there, they go into Toronto, you know, so I opened many doors, you know. Yeah.
So in addition to the Reggae Bash, what would you say were some of your greatest achievements as a musician?
For me, the greatest achievement, like as a singing artist, I think the song and video clip we did with Capleton was my second official release. I think that was the greatest breakout for me, you know, because that also exposed me to a lot of people, reggae fans in the world. So that was very good, you know. Yeah.
Wash up, place a get done up. Wash out and sod up, Babylon get clog up. All of them mad up, fire it a turn up. So what you know? I don't care what they want to.
That's really nice to hear that. I know that you're now in Uganda because you're a man, you travel widely. Did you have shows lined up in Uganda?
Yes, I was coming here to do some show here in Uganda, in Kenya, and in Tanzania. The first show was supposed to be in Nairobi with Luciano in April, but you know, before we could do the show, the lockdown came on us and find me here. So now I'm just here doing some studio work, playing football, you know, waiting for this crisis to slow a little bit before I hit the road again. But I'm ready, you know. I'm just waiting now, you know, for the rest of the world to be ready.
Well, that's really nice to hear. And what's next for Jah Lex now? I mean, I know you're just waiting to hit the roads and everything. You got anything else planned? Any music? Anything else?
Of course, because we have upcoming LP, the second LP that's going to be released next year. So actually right now we're releasing some singles. We have a video clip also, Farmer Man, and another one named Stronger, you know. The LP also named Stronger, so that's coming up next year. We might release 1-2 more singles. We're gonna shoot also a video clip here. We have some single coming up also on Linval Thompson label. We just released one called Jah Loving on that same label. So while I was here, I did a lot of recording, some new rhythms. I also produced rhythm for other artists, other producers. So a lot of new things coming up, you know, for this year, for next year, some new songs, you know. So you can look out for them. Yeah, man.
We definitely will, because your work is just so inspirational. We can't miss any of that. The last bit here now for you is, how can fans get in touch with you, or even promoters, all these different people? Because now lots of people are on social media, all of that. How can we reach you?
Well, the best way to reach to me is at jahlexmusic.com. You don't know. So from there you have the links to all the official social media, you have email, you know. So you can find me there. Also on all the social media at King Jah Lex, you know. Yeah, man, you can find me. But anything for bookings and all those things is just going through the emails. And depending where you are in the world, then, you know, we'll get the right agent to continue the discussion, you know. Yeah.
I like that. The marketing is really solid. You're well accessible. And that's how it is, because people, when they want the music, they have to be able to find you. Now, Jah Lex, before we go, I always like to challenge my guests to see how much they know about reggae and dancehall music. I generally take questions from my book, Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book. So, you are in the hot seat today, so let's see how strong your knowledge is. And just before we go to the actual questions, because I've selected 2 for you, I'd just like to say to those watching that this book, Reggae Larger Than Life, is currently available on Amazon. Also, if you're an app person, the Android version is currently available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life Fun App. So, Jah Lex, you ready, sir?
I'm ready. Born ready.
All right, let's hear it then. Your first question is, born in 9 Miles in the Jamaican parish of St. Anne in 1945, this Buffalo Soldier reggae superstar was given a Lifetime Achievement Grammy Award posthumously in the United States in February 2001. Who was he? The options are Peter Tosh.
Oh, sorry.
Bob Marley. All right, so I see the man is sharp. All right, Jah Lex, I like that. That's very, very, very good. I see your reggae knowledge is very deep. All right, the second one before we wrap all this up now is here. Which longtime friends and famous musical taxi gang sped off with the Grammy Award for the Best Reggae Album in 1999? The options are Black Uhuru, Sly and Robbie, Toots and the Maytals, and Burning Spear and Jimmy Cliff.
Sly and Robbie.
Sly and Robbie, the original taxi gang.
Yeah, man.
Jah Lex, your knowledge is solid, man. I can't argue with you, sir. Very good there. Now, Jah Lex, I just want to thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Give thanks. It's a pleasure, you know, to be on this platform. You know, it's a blessing. So give thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you. And we hope that lockdown will finish very soon and you'll be on your way to some other climes.
Yes, of course.
Right, well, thank you so much for watching the show. Our special guest today was Jah Lex, and we caught up with him in Uganda. That's really a great opportunity for us to be able to talk to the great man. So once again, remember to like, remember to share. Also, subscribe to our channel. Also, remember to leave a comment so we know how we are doing. And we can also improve by just listening and reading what you've got to say. So until next time, that's it. I'm Shaun Cain saying goodbye and see you soon.
Yo, me have to look the food and come back, yeah. Yo, me want the youth, them fi stop kill them one another. Yo, rice for Raka, Jamaica happy prosper. Yo, 2 wise fight, but not so called leader. You know, see we have the world greatest reggae singer. You say about them and them. Fast like a one, no way no nice like Jamaica.
No way no nice like Jamaica. With me color, with peace, with me green banana. Meet them kind of food and then me get stronger. From me touch a girl, she turn baby mother. But Josie will know me, I think me can't live. You know we're not nice like Jamaica. No, we're not nice like Jamaica. I want thing we want a little more money. So government subsidy and they take it from we. Build business and build economy. Me tired to hear the same old story. Tired to hear me a shouting on the street. And when we want team, more love and unity. And more consciousness in our cities and countries. More life, more strength, more prosperity.
Time to build Jamaica and build the people. Free up the opportunity, cause man no feeble. We a walk every day and you a drive vehicle. No, not this time you can't trick the people. Teach the world the culture because me full of value. Sweet Jamaica, the world a wait for you. When you bring them Jamaica, me no in and not no video, yo. Not no video, yo, no we're no nice like Jamaica.